Me and this girl got a love-hate relationship. I hate using it, but I love when it gets to this point because that usually means it's about the end. Okay, I did tape these off and pound them out the best I could to get the tape all around. I don't want to like push them all the way out because I think they'd be a huge bear to get back in, but let's sandblast.
Oh my God, sand everywhere!
Well, we had to have a break in the action. Not sure what this thing was, but it's stuck in there. Never even had this apart, except for when I built it. So yeah, that's the first major jam. These things with the rubber tips suck so bad. Yeah. All right, one down, one to go. Something about a bullet in the chamber. I hate sandblasting so much. All right, here's my intentions to use this amazing Harbor Freight sprayer. This is the cheapest paint I could find, nothing but the best. Notice that it's black. It's like you can't make a quick attach thing without it being black apparently. And I'm just gonna reduce it with acetone so I can put it in this girl. Apparently when you paint like dozens of things, you get lots of grodies and you gotta clean them. All right, well I got some cruddies in here and I'm just gonna try it on this one piece of equipment because this thing's all set up. Otherwise I got my fallback there of a brand new $8 spray gun. Okay, I painted this last night. I literally painted it in the freaking dark. And I don't normally have this problem, and I think it's because I bought implement paint versus the regular Rust-Oleum. So we're gonna make that change. Either that or I thinned it out too much. That very well could be. But yeah, not what I'm used to seeing. All right, all right, I think I'm on like number 5 of mixing paint. I used I used a disposable cup up there and I had paint everywhere, so that kind of slowed me down, but so far we're making strides. I think we got a solid 1.5 coats on here, and this is a light coat on this one, and that was our test rig, and I'm still gonna paint that yet too. Continue. Just paint in the dark. Paint in the dark. Okay, here's how they turned out painted. That implement paint, I don't know what was going on there, but the regular Rust-Oleum worked just like normal. I did 5-3 and I don't know, a little bit of that Japan dryer and worked out great. As you can see here, this is the bucket that I don't know if I will keep. And here is a receiver hitch that had the implement paint that I painted over. Still tacky. See this? This is what in the industry we call lube for life. It's where you just put the grease on now and then you put it together and you don't put a grease zerk on there because you don't think people are smart enough or you think they're too lazy to grease it. So lube for life. Bend over and like it. Yuck, hydraulics. I am in trouble. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I was thinking I would run 3/8 lines, but they didn't have any at the store. In fact, all the fittings are like, I don't know what's going on. Something China ain't making them or whatever. This is the best I could come up with. I didn't know, skid loaders have a ton of flow, and usually they either like put a flow restrictor in here or I think they do small lines. I'm not real sure. So I was just gonna do smaller lines and see if that works. But I also didn't know, like, should I, because the hydraulics come in over here, do I put a T in here and go up and then come over and go like that? Or should I just go into the center and evenly put them out there? That's kind of what I went with because then I think it should open up evenly. But yeah, as you can see here, I ended up just getting these are just 90-degree fittings that came from the surplus center. I used to do plumbing and I still don't understand all the hydraulic fittings and why there's so many different kinds, but these I think are like a straight boss to a 3/8 And then I had to buy a bushing. They're not hydraulic bushings, but as long as we don't tell no one, it'll be fine. And these are just 1/4 inch lines, 3-footers. The loop is the extra amount. I just went with standard sizes, and I'll probably see if I can't get something a little better. And then of course these will just come out and hook onto my skid loader. Yeah, all right, well, let's see if I can make this look better. Well, you know, just wrapping some Teflon tape, no big deal. I'm not sure if I talked about this, but I wanted to show I used a 3-foot hose here that goes to the lower side of the cylinder. And then on this side, I used the 2-foot hose. So they're not exactly equal, but that way it makes up the difference in the length of the cylinders. And then on the next one, well, let's see if you can see it here. I run the hydraulic hose there, and you can see how it meets in the center, and then I'll run the other one out down there. So it does create a little bit of a bind or whatever on one of the sides because the hoses aren't exactly right lengths, but it's pretty close. Okay, these hot rods just came from Amazon, I think Summit or something. They're just 1/2 inch flat face couplers. I ordered 1/2 inch because I could get them in like 2 days, and then I just put local store bushings in them. And that way too, if I want to use them for something else, if I always just stick with doing the 1/2 inch ones, it should be pretty universal. That goes for most of these things. That's why I have all these bushings. If I was smarter, I would have gotten the elbows directly into the cylinders that were 1/4 inch. I'd recommend that if you're going to copy this. Bought this fancy sleeving stuff. It's 1 inch by 25 foot. It's not quite big enough. I thought I was going to run a single line through it. I think I can ram these 2/4 inches in there, and then I'm just heating up utility blade here with my torch, and then cutting it. Look at the water just beat off of it. What a good paint job. Look at that. This big idiot. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit sad to see it go. Not sure what she's gonna bring, but I will say it looks good.